At the top, the perfect pub song in the perfect pub. The Seekers, I Am Australian. I didn't see that coming, man, but I'm glad we played it. And then we hit some soul with the perfect sounds of Angie Stone. That was Wish I Didn't Miss You. I think there's an argument for that to be one of the greatest songs of all time.
Amen.
I'll put a vote in, man. We had that discussion a few weeks ago, and that would have gone extremely well against our suggestions. That's an absolute cracker, so thank you for that, because I didn't really know that song too well until I heard the hook.
There's a big Carl Cox remix of it.
There is.
Yeah. And
Last
that thing,
song at Space.
Yeah, very iconic. Carl Cox set. He played a remix of that. Yeah, he's a real head. That's a bit of only party heads know that one.
That's a little flex right there.
But the original is just such a perfect song. Tom, where we going?
Well, we've built a 60-storey skyscraper. Sounds like got halfway, traded that back in. Targeted the regions of WA, the most beautiful state in Australia, without a doubt. And we're in the Denmark Hotel. You've paid tribute to the vibe of the joint. Tell us about some of the offerings that you have here. Obviously, we had discussed a lot about it off air and at the staff dinner last night. So tell us about, what sort of value creation you're doing here and what's going on next door.
Epic. I mean, first and foremost, it's an epic pub. Awesome food, great booze, really strong wine-centric offering that we have here. I mean, we're like blessed in the Great Southern, biggest wine region in the world or in Australia, I think. 5 subclimates, so much amazing wine. So for us, it was like mixing an epic kind of gastro-pub style offering, really good wine, great food. Fortunate enough to have Scotty Brannigan down here at the moment, really just honing in on our craft. We ripped out an old Bottle Mart that was next door, this old classic drive-through Bottle Mart. We thought, like, why would we try and compete on the price of beer with BWS or Thirsty Camel? Let's just create like this epic cellar, celebrate the local winemakers, give them almost a bit of a canvas for them to be able to utilise it as their own kind of cellar door backyard. Get them on the shelves where otherwise they would probably fight for shelf space from the big guys. So for us, it was like independent, super hyper local, and give the local kind of winemaking team an opportunity to have their wines up against stuff from Margaret River, broader Australia, French, Italy, and we've created what is quite an interesting little business in its own right. You know, this kind of independent cellar bottle shop. Which we're super pumped about. Denmark drops.
Drops.
One of one. I don't think we'll do another one. I mean, if we do, it won't be Denmark drops. But, we're super pumped on what that can be.
And any of the bottles in the bottle shop are accessible to bring into the pub and to crack in here?
Yeah, so go next door, pick anything you like. You know, I think we've got 500 or 600 different types of wine in there. Pay a little bit of corkage at the bottle shop and pull up a pew in the pub and enjoy it, at a really good price. And so we're trying to open up, make it more accessible, open it up to more people. So many local winemakers here that want to be able to come and drink interesting wine that's not their own, have it in a nice setting. Like, it just kind of decentralises the whole process a bit more.
And there's a little bit of a comm at the back.
A lot of a comm.
24
rooms.
24 rooms.
We're fortunate enough, we've got upstairs here with 17 rooms that house a lot of our staff, but there is some plans to really do that up in time. But 24 rooms next door at the lodge, good place to rest your weary head.
Can confirm.
Just a good base camp.
Can confirm.
Yeah. We're just doubling down. Like, this is just an epic base camp to go and explore the region. There's so much epic stuff to do in Denmark, Albany, Great Southern region, and for us it was like, go have your fun and come back to the pub. There's a one-stop shop, good food, good booze, nice comfy bed, don't overcomplicate it. Like, it's a simple recipe.
No, I think we can speak to the food we had last night. It was absolutely magical. Scotty, you mentioned.
Scott Brannigan.
Yeah, I think we'll probably we'll be meeting Scotty a little bit later on, maybe through a few of the content pieces, but he seemed like a bit of a character. He's an expert in the food sense. You brought him on board?
Yeah, so I think we got Scott at a good time where he was after a bit of a sea change, a bit of a change of pace, and running some pretty fast-paced venues in Perth and abroad sort of formally. So, yeah, he's he's leading the kitchen team and kind of pointing us all in the right direction, really. So yeah, we're super pumped.
I think you're doing a fantastic job. We've had only nothing but positive experiences here. I don't know about you, Matt, but I think it's incredible what you're doing, man.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Any early learnings from getting into a pub and being like, holy shit, I didn't think I would have to do anything like that? Any big takeaways?
Well, I copped a fair bit of abuse when we ripped the tab out. So I had to deal with a few unhappy customers a few too many times. I've had to kick a few people out for drinking too much.
Yeah.
Oh, look, it's hard work. Like an old building too, like beautiful. I mean, you could obviously recreate this. There's some serious skeletons, and we knew that coming into it. But like, Christ, it's never ending. So you know, there's plenty of harsh lessons there. I mean, for us, it's like just doubling down with your staff. Like for us, the biggest value for us is trying to create a really strong and encouraging and supportive work environment. And we're so lucky to have some amazing locals supporting us on what our vision is, but really they're the true heroes helping us execute. So, yeah, you know, plenty of sort of little lessons along the way for sure, and a great local set here that you really just need to respect and kind of try and deliver on their wishes as best as possible as well.
Yeah, I could imagine for like any sort of local pub that's been family owned and operated, not one of the big jobs, like getting a East Coast investor in there would have been eye rolls at the start. But if you like come in and respect and add fun and then show your flavour and introduce them to things in the right way without forcing it, it seems what you've done. It's like feels really, really natural.
Yeah, we're definitely WA boys now, I think, and a lot of our supporters in this are all sort of West Australian based. It's just great. It was fortunate that the pub had been sort of so far let go that the local community were just so happy to see something happen and for people to kind of inject some enthusiasm. And look, I think it's not your average country pub. We've tried to be a bit progressive and a bit interesting with how we've thought about it, but I think ultimately the demographic of Denmark's changing and certainly the demand profile is with, you know, amazing young families starting to come down here and people opting to holiday here, you know, more so than, you know, the likes of Margaret River and such. And there's just so much to offer down here. And there's that little extra bit away from Perth, which I think makes people come down and, you know, stay for a little bit
Feels
longer.
like a real getaway,
really lock in. Yeah.
Have you surfed Parry's yet?
I have, mate.
You have?
Yeah.
I heard you say, oh, yeah, no, I'm a WA boy now. It's like, yeah, you got to go down to Parry's and get dumped on big banks there a couple of times before you can call yourself a sand groper.
It's certainly been, certainly been hardened, I guess, down here. Yeah.
It's so true though, man. I mean, minced at that
You
place
can't call yourself a
many
sand
times.
groper unless you've been dumped at Parry's.
Oh, man.
I sure as shit haven't.
No way.
I want to play a couple of pub tracks because I reckon there's a few more in there and then we'll round this shit out.
We'll see you on the other side.